Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, it's Val the Voice Johnson, and it's another edition of Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. Oh my goodness. We're winding down Black History Month. We're, right in the middle of it here on the 18th. We got probably about 10 more days left before we are done with February. And my goodness, I don't know what's happening in Chicago, but we are just a little chilly. I woke up to -3 this morning. If I had music, I'd be like, womp, 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 womp. But it's February. We're getting caught up on winter here in Chicago. That's how it works. But of course, myself and Coach Tony, we're just having a good time doing our thing. And of course, it's still award season. And the award show that we'll be talking about on today will be what? The NAACP Image Awards. It's every February around this time, and there's some people that's going to be honored that will be talking about the Wayans family. That's something that really caught my interest when I was thinking about it. And now we're going to be chit-chatting about some things. Did anyone see the NBA All-Star halftime show? No, not the one that happened in Super Bowl. We've moved past that now. But the NBA had its All-Star weekend, but what I wanted to know was about the halftime show. Well, like I said, we'll go ahead and get going with you guys. Let us know in the chat that you're here. And of course, as always, go ahead and hit the like button. And of course, share the love. We're always encouraging you guys to share the love here. It's another edition of Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays, getting started right about now. It's Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. We're back and we're doing our thing. And of course, it's always a fun time here in, I want to call it, the situation going on with Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. I'm looking for my presentation. There we go. Boom. I was like, where did it disappear to? Our affiliate, of course, I want to let you guys know about A DJ Saved My Life. It is the ebook. It's available on purelighthouse.media.com, but you can scan the QR code and pick up your copy today. I'm so excited for A DJ Saved My Life, and it is my personal memoir and giving you guys the ABCs of starting your own podcast. I have clients now where I'm helping them start their podcasts and their visual situations on YouTube. So of course, go ahead and support the platform and pick up your copy today. So excited to be able to say that. And of course, a lot of the behind the scenes that happens with Pure Lighthouse Media and Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays happens on Patreon, patreon.com/interludes. You can find your voice there, but what we do is give you some information on how we do our podcast, which is always fun. And then, of course, we are celebrating Black History Month. Oh, my goodness. What are some things that are exciting about Black history? Well, you know what? I was thinking about when I was learning about Garrett A. Morgan. I don't know if you guys know who Garrett A. Morgan is. He's the one who developed the gas mask and, of course, the traffic light. And do you know what TV show that I watched where I found out exactly who Garrett A. Morgan was? It was A Different World. I found out about it on A Different World. I don't know about anyone else, but I was just excited to be able to do that. So that's what we always do. And of course, I want to let you guys know about our affiliate sponsor. It is Key Spot. Connect, share, and grow. I'm always excited about that. It is register your business. And do you know on Thursday of this week, it's the third Thursday of the month, you can join us and be a part of the conversation. You can register your small business by going to keyspot.app.com. And then, of course, you can go ahead and register to be highlighted. It's 1 hour and you pitch your business for, I don't know, 30 seconds, 1 minute. It's always fun. It's our friend over there, Cynthia McAllister. And of course, connect, share, and grow. We're always excited for you guys to join us with that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we've got the business out of the way. We want to make sure that we took care of that first. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'm going to jump ahead. We were going to talk about the show from last night, but I'm going to wait for Coach to get in here. But of course, I wanted to talk to you all about Saturday Night Live. I don't know if anyone got a chance to see the 50th celebration of Saturday Night Live, but I got a chance to check it out. And it started in 1975, 50 years it's been around, and just about everybody came back. Just about everybody who could came back. And it was really good to see so many comedians and icons there. What makes Saturday Night Live special to folks from the comedy scene here in Chicago is that there is a place here called Second City where a lot of comedians came from that improv stage here in Chicago, and they were able to parlay and pitch their talents to Lorne Michaels and be on Saturday Night Live. And so it was really good. You had Steve Martin opening up everything with this. And then if you looked in the audience, you saw who's who of Hollywood, everybody. That's Ryan Reynolds right there. But right behind him is Bad Bunny. And then on the other side of him is Steven Spielberg. They're just hanging out in the audience. But this show has been around for exactly now 50 years. And here's the thing, as much as you might love it or hate it, it's been around and it's been making an impact. NBC said that they got their highest ratings with this particular show. And do you know it went a full 3 hours and some change? It almost reminded me of an award show. Garrett Morris. A lot of you guys know him from Martin. He was Martin's boss on the radio station, but he got his start on Saturday Night Live, and he's one of the few original cast members that was able to be there. He looked good right there. They had him sitting because he's in his 80s now. But Garrett Morris is kind of what was, I want to call it, before Kenan Thompson showed up, before Chris Rock showed up, and before Eddie Murphy showed up. It was Garrett Morris. And congratulations, he was able to be there and then introduce a short that happened on that night. So I was really excited about that. Robert De Niro showing up for a skit on Debbie Downer. What? Everyone showed up for this. And like I said, Saturday Night Live, I don't know if you guys are fans, but I ever so often I would check it out, mainly either for its musical selections, people that come and sing, and then sometimes it's for who's going to be guest starring or who's going to host. I have to say it's some of my favorite people to do monologues on Saturday Night Live have been, who is this? Dave Chappelle. I think at one point I remember seeing Drew Barrymore. She looked like she was very bubbly when she did hers. When you see music artists that do both the music and also the opening up, that's always fun. That's Lil Wayne. They had music guests for that particular episode as well. And like I said, I got a chance to see it. It went on for a minute, but I was all there for it. And I was going back and forth between the All-Star game and then watching this because this both came on Sunday. But this was really interesting to see who they chose. And I felt like they had folks representing just about every genre of music that showed up. And of course, one of the people, and I didn't get a picture of him, who closed the show was Paul McCartney. Who opened the show was Paul Simon. and a Grammy Award winning artist. I think her name is slipping out of my brain as quickly as it came in. But I was really excited to see kind of the old to the new and the old school to the new school. But like I said, if you looked in the audience, it was kind of the who's who of Hollywood. A lot of folks showed up for SNL 50. So really exciting for that. Miley Cyrus got a chance to perform, and it was just very interesting. Now, if you were a fan of Saturday Night Live or SNL, or if you were like they didn't hire enough people of color, or I don't like it, and I have to say this season's cast has been very, very diverse. But I think the diversity has been fought for a long, long time on Saturday Night Live, and here's the thing: I think Lauren Michaels, he's been there the entire time for Saturday Night Live. It's amazing how that is. A lot of people were wondering where was Dan Aykroyd, but I think he showed up toward the end of everything. You had Tom Hanks who showed up as well, and they were like there was some people that they were looking for that weren't there. So it was Dan Aykroyd. I thought I saw him, but I guess they said he did a post to his social media to say that he wasn't going to be able to be there. So he did that. And then there was a couple of other folks. It was good to see. I think Adam Sandler did a rendition of some music. So it was a lot of folks that decided to say, you know what, I was on here and I'm gonna do some funny things to make you guys remember. And so anyway, it was just good to see a lot of the folks that had showed up. And so like I said, I really had a good time checking it out. And because I lived in New York, it was this scene about New York to Ford, who's dead now, was kind of like the revival of New York City. New York has gone through a bunch of ups and downs in the 50 years that the show has been on. But like I said, if you've been a fan, let us know in the chat. And like I said, it's been a fun time talking about that of SNL 50. And if you guys missed it, if you have Peacock, you guys can check it out over there. One of the funniest sketches that I remember was Black Jeopardy, and Kenan Thompson usually hosted. So it was interesting. You had you had Tracy Morgan, you had Eddie Murphy, and then Leslie Jones. But what was funny is that Eddie Murphy was appearing as Tracy Morgan. I don't know what the running joke was, but at the time, but it was funny to kind of see that. And then they switched out Eddie Murphy, and then they brought in Tom Hanks, and he had a "Make America Great Again" hat on. I was like, okay, I don't know what that joke's about, but like I said, a lot of interesting things for this Saturday Night Live, and like I said, it was a fun time checking it out and doing our thing with that. But I was just really cool to see. It was just really cool to see that. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I was thinking about the NAACP Awards. Oh my goodness. That's going to be happening this Saturday on the 22nd. I don't know if you guys have got a chance to understand and see. This is going to be one of the shows that comes on. I think it's going to be streaming on BET and then probably some other channels as well. And so the big thing that's happening with the NAACP Awards is that they're going to be having and inducting people in their Hall of Fame. There's a few people that's going to be inducted in that. Are you guys going to check it out, the NAACP Awards, or you have absolutely no interest in another award show? There was the Grammys a couple of weeks ago. There was the Golden Globes a month ago. And then we have the Oscars coming up in March. But if you have I always like to check out the NAACP Awards because I want to see who's being nominated. I did my voting because they do allow the folks like us to go ahead and vote. And I wanted to make sure that I got my vote in for this. Now, this is going to air, like I said, on this coming Friday. And like I said, I'm really excited to see what is going to be happening. Now, they have gone ahead. And like I said, let me go ahead and see who some of the nominees are for, I want to say, Outstanding Motion Picture. And I don't know if any of you all have seen any of these films. We've reviewed a few of these films here. One of the nominations is Bad Boys, One Love, that was Bob Marley. That came out exactly 1 year ago today. The 6888, that's the film from Tyler Perry, and then also Wicked. And so voting as of right now is closed. You cannot vote for motion picture at this time. But I went through and voted for everything that I knew about and wanted to do. And I like that they definitely have this type of thing. Another thing that I'll mention is outstanding television series streaming. There's Abbott Elementary. How to Die Alone. Now, this is one of these shows that we didn't talk about here on Talk on Tuesdays, but one of my friends, one of the actresses that I love from, good gracious, Insecure, she leads up this cast. There's Papa's House, and we'll talk about the Wayans a little bit, The Neighborhood, and The Upshaws. So I wonder who's going to win for outstanding television series. So those are the nominees for the NAACP Awards. Another thing, our former vice president, she is going to be talking. She's going to be placed in the Hall of Fame. So congratulations to our former vice president, Kamala Harris. I think that's interesting. I wanted to do one more category. I wanted to see. Oh, here we go. Let's do a drama, and let's do outstanding actor in a drama series. Here we go. And you know what? I'm going to actually show what I'm showing. Do I hear Coach Tony? Hey, Coach, how you doing?
It's your man's in them checking in. Oh, my brothers tonight, baby. All them brothers from Cap Alpha Psi. What's going on, fellas?
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. You came in very, very quietly because I was looking at the other screen, making sure that I got everything done or whatever. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and here's the star of the show. It is Coach Tony. He is here doing his thing. Woo, woo, woo. How you doing?
Man, I'm trying to fight this weather down here, so I apologize. But Nashville can't fight the weather like some states do, especially back home. And Val, they go to the grocery store, and you would swear that it's Hiroshima. And so, I can take it. So my boy always say, man, let everybody come in here and get all this stuff because tomorrow we got to restock it. You get all the fresh food.
Which is real good, but I think that you're correct. A lot of the other, I guess, call them smaller cities or southern cities that don't deal with this type of weather, it could be a little tough. Guess how chilly it was here in your hometown, Chicago?
What's that? Give it to me. I want to say I'm gonna say about 4 degrees with a -2.
It was -4. And the wind chill factor went all the way down to -20. It's very interesting. A little chilly, just a little chilly. We're going to be in this cold snap for just a little bit, but it's not going to be too bad.
I remember those days, Val, where the snow don't move and all you see is just the wind. And if you try to pick up a snowball, it's just a piece of ice. So you hit somebody, you know it's going to hurt.
Exactly, which is always funny. And of course, you'd be happy to see this. Mr. Springer checked in a little bit earlier. They're doing their thing.
What's up, baby?
Course, Mr. Springer, as always, good to see you. But yesterday, I wanted to make sure because I went past this because I said I want to make sure that he's here so we can definitely talk about it. And I'll circle back to our Best Actor nominations for the NAACP Awards. But the Fan Appreciation Show was on last night. And of course, what a wonderful time that you had and had the folks on. And like I said, we want to thank our guest who came. But also, before we get to that, I want you to talk about this picture and your team, Coach Tony.
Man, I just can't say enough about these young ladies. I got 5 seniors you see right there that's holding up signs. They are headed to Val. 3 are going to University of Tennessee. 1 is going to Notre Dame, and the other young lady is trying to decide between Stanford, USC, and Northwestern.
Wow.
That's what kind of academic talent that I'm around. And out of the 5, 2 are heading to be a doctor. One's a nurse, and the other two haven't decided yet, but they're thinking about engineering or something.
What? That's amazing. Oh my
So
goodness.
we had a blast.
Congratulations.
Road game. We got beat last night. Got put out the playoffs. So I told the girls, let's take a picture. I'm gonna put y'all on the podcast. Thank everybody for everything they did all year. No one quit, Val. No matter how mad I was and how bad the ship rocked. No matter if it turned over and got up. No matter if Noah kicked a couple of animals off. No matter if the Godfather came home, Scarface, redid his thing. They stayed the course, and
Which is good.
you know what our motto was this year, Val?
What was the model for this year?
No letdown. And I told them it's kind of like Val and myself. It's no letdown. It's like the real world. If I tell Val I'm gonna do something and be there and I don't, then I let her down. If
Mm-hmm.
I tell my job I'm gonna be there and I don't show up, someone's got to cover that spot. I let them down. If you're working and you got to get off, say your grandmother got to have some medicine and she needs it today, and you're worried about your coworker. Your coworker is 30 minutes late. It may not be nothing to them, but they didn't realize that you had to leave and go get medicine. And the store closes at 6. They let you down. So we worked on no letdown, and I put it in the context of once you take that next step to college, and the
Mm-hmm.
professors give you your syllabus, that's all they're going to do. Some of them, Val, you know that they're not going to give you any details. All the details is on the syllabus. You either can make it
Right.
or you can let yourself down.
And you want to make sure that they did not let you down, and they're going to be graduating, and they had their last game, which was yesterday,
Last night,
or was it last week?
last
It
night,
was last night. So
yep.
congratulations for the team, and like I said, that's really very exciting. Oh my
And just so you
goodness, look
know,
at
is
them.
these are the young ladies at Saint Cecilia Academy Catholic High School. Val, we're only one of only 2 all Catholic girls schools in the entire city of Nashville.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, congratulations to the girls. And of course, do your thing. Do your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Well, last night, oh my goodness, we had a blast. We had a blast. We had a
Had a
blast.
blast. It was
And
just
coach,
so
like I
cool
said,
because
you
everybody
gathered
just,
all your friends, right?
oh my God. And everybody was just on top of their game. And then I got to shout out to my man, little Josh. He's a high school kid. He showed up and then he brought a crowd with him. Like, man, I told you only get a +1, man, to get into the club. You can't bring 15 guys to the club, man.
Yeah, we really had a good time, and as we are doing, and this was all coach's idea, is that as it gets to the end of his season, he says, let's do a fan appreciation show, and it always seems to be the most popular and fun ones to have.
Oh,
We had
it's great.
Coach Jay there, Coach Justin, who I've got a chance to meet in person.
Yep,
Melissa Anthony, she was our guest a few weeks ago with
exactly.
what just happened sports.
Sports.
And of course, Mike Drew
Mike D in the
from our
house.
alma mater, North Central College. And then, of course, Kiana Briscoe. It was good to see everyone. Really good to see
Man,
everyone.
it
So,
was, it was and it
congratulations and
was
thank you.
great.
Mhm.
And they came, Val, ready, locked and loaded, had answers and debated about the topic. They were ready. I loved it. Great show. And they all
Mhm.
called me today and said they had fun, by the way.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, like I said, I think it's wonderful to make sure, and I think the conversation really got popped off when we were trying to figure out which era
Yes.
wins, and
Yes.
so that was kind of the conversation that went back and forth. But Gen Z, Millennials, Gen X, Baby Boomers, Silent Generation. I
And the
think
baby
many of
boomers
us were
end up
kind of
being the winner with the Jordan,
woohoo.
Magic, Hakeem, Bird, and Charles Barkley.
which is really good. So I'm saying let congratulations, and like I said, it's going to be coming back. The Pull Up Podcast Show live will be coming back in March, so we'll take a little bit of a hiatus. But Coach will be working on getting some great guests
Let me
doing
tell you
his
something,
thing,
Val.
which we'll call
Just
it. So that
today,
works. Mm-hmm.
just today. So you guys take a little breather. We're going to run some of the funniest shows we had, including that fan appreciation show over the next few weeks. But just coming up on the next season, season
Mm-hmm.
3, I got
Ooh.
some NFL guys. I got a trainer from the NBA I got a couple of NBA guys, and then I got some women that are tremendously special in the sport, football, basketball. And then I'm trying to work on a special guest. What? Soccer. 'Cause soccer's been huge for women the last few, And Dennis Rodman's
Wow.
daughter, she's been popping. So continue to stay tuned. Pop in on me. If you're watching Interludes, just pop in on me on Monday night. Say what's up, how you doing, and sit a while. You'll love the show. The pull up is crazy. Like coming down court on the pull up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. That's what I'm saying. So before you got here, we were talking NAACP Image Awards is going to be happening this Saturday, February 22nd, and of course, I want to make sure I'm just going to go straight to the nominees. And so here are some of the nominees for Best Actor in a Drama Series. And so we got Adrian Holmes from Bel Air, which I do like him as Uncle Phil. James Avery was funny, but this is a dramatic role.
Right.
Jacob Lattimore from The Chi. I don't know if anyone watches it. You watch The Chi, Coach?
Love watching The Chi. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't ask me that question. You know I love The Chi.
Oh my gosh. Cliff Method Man Smith from Power Book 2 Ghosts. So I hey, for sure. And this will be the last time he'll be nominated for this because the show is now gone from stars. Isaiah Mustafa. And this is the show Cross. Cross is what came on Amazon Prime. Alex Cross, I didn't get a chance to see that one.
It was all
and
right.
then I truly enjoyed Morris Chestnut in Reasonable Doubt. That was on Hulu. Loved his role in that.
You also got to take Morris to his new show. It's on CBS.
Watson. Mm-hmm.
Come on now. So that's that suit he had on. I love all the nominees. I'm just a little upset, Val, because
why? Who did you want on here?
My man's in them. My man's in them
should have been a part of
that. Me?
Who?
My man's in them. My man's in them should have been on the TV show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but in all seriousness, out of this, I love everybody. I got to bring it down to two people.
Okay.
A close run between Method Man, Wu-Tang in the house, and Morris Chestnut, only because he did the series that you talked about, and he launched Watson at the same time. Back to TV drama. And that man is working double work. And I like it. I like what he's doing. And it's going to be close, but I think it's going to come down between them two.
All right. I think from what I'm seeing right now, it could be Adrian Holmes, but I think Morris Chestnut, because he has sealed the deal with doing Watson. I think the reason why he got Watson is because he's done such good work on other shows. Right. He was even on another project on BET Plus. I think it was called Daria from Detroit.
Oh, that's wild.
He had a reoccurring role on that.
He wasn't the business in there. Daria was the business. Yeah, that's straight hood drama. There's no different than watching P-Valley. If you was a P-Valley person, you was a P-Valley because Uncle Cliff was the man.
Oh my goodness. I mean, just hilarious. I think another thing I want to do is I want to do outstanding podcast. Now
the pull up. Man, we outstanding on this side of the house. I got to hate on some folks now.
Okay, well, I'm going to be rooting for some people that I know it's in the podcasting lane. And so, of course, there is Naked Sports. I don't know if you want to go naked.
Oh, man, I need to check that. I need that link tonight. Naked Sports. I need to get on there tonight. Hey, I going to get bug naked tonight. Just jump on the show. What's up? Coach T on the Pull Up Podcast is naked tonight. You know what I'm saying?
And that Naked Sports with Carly Champion. You have Nightcap, and that's Shay. That's Shay.
They wow.
He's doing something.
No, him and O.
Questlove's Supreme. That's another good one, of course. And then R&B Money. That's Tank and his boy. They're on there doing their thing. But I'm gonna be rooting for who I voted for is two funny mamas, and that is Sherry Shepherd and Kim Whitley. They've been winning that. They've been getting that award just about every year since they have had that.
I think it's gonna be broke this year.
Who you think it's gonna be?
Man, my boys, man, they wild. Ocho and Shannon. Oh man, Ocho and Shay Shay, they wild. Oh my goodness, that's like real live Atlanta housewife / Love and Hip Hop Atlanta / Love and Hip Hop New York / Love and Hip Hop Miami, all rolled in one with a little cayenne pepper on it. Them boys crazy. Oh, they be. I don't even know. That's why he was so popular, because Club Shay Shay came out of that, Val. Don't know if you know that or not.
Oh, I did not know that. So it's Club Shay Shay was a spinoff of Nightcap.
Correct. Kind of like when you and I was just balling out of control and the pull-up podcast and found. Shay Shay did the same thing. So he had the audience. It just rolled with him.
Well, I think Shay is nominated in another category for a podcast, because they have a couple of podcasts that are nominated, but I definitely wanted to highlight the one that's in the same lane as us, and so to see who's going to be doing that. And of course,
we need something to shoot at, Val. We need something to shoot at, right? We need something to shoot at. Yeah, I'm trying to go major with this. I ain't playing with this. Come on now. All right, my tagline on my Twitter is, stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
You ain't got to get ready. I've heard that. Now, the last one we're going to look at is outstanding talk show host. Now, Heart to Heart, that's Kevin Hart. You have Sherry Shepherd. You have the Tamron Hall Show, Jennifer Hudson, and The Shop, where the culture shapes up. All right, who are you rooting for? Who do you think is going to win on this one?
I got another close call on this.
Okay, who's your close calls?
Heart to Heart, Kevin be acting a fool because he's Kevin Hart.
Okay.
And then the Shop. I love that because they're in the barber shop. This is like everybody fall through because cats trying to get their hair cut. So we got baby mama drama, pregnancy tests. You know, we got, is that my child? I tried to leave her. She broke my windows and lost my keys. That baby ain't mine. You know what I'm saying?
What the world?
Yeah. We know all the women stuff is cool, but go up in the barbershop. It's like going to get your hair did. Not done, but go get your hair did. When you go get your hair did and you sit in that chair, you seem to tell your hairdresser your entire damn life, Val, like she's a psychologist.
Well,
right?
That happens, though. That happens.
I know. I think they should come out with a show where they got a hairdresser who is also a psychologist, and the clients got to lay down on the couch and they get their hair done at the same time when they tell them their problems. I'm gonna have to go and get me a syndication on that, Val.
I'm just saying. I feel like that is they're going to. I feel like it's between The Shop. But I feel like Sherry Shepherd, she might win, but it could be The Shop, because I think
why you like Sherry Shepherd?
Well, number one, I'm biased because we were both born on the same day, not the same day, but the same dates, April 22nd. So we have the same birth dates, which is great. Right. And then I like who she has on, and she's kind of gone a little bit away from the format that was laid out for her from Wendy Williams, because she literally stepped into the same role of Wendy Williams, but she's doing things a little bit. Heat. What happened?
I said, when she stepped in that role, people gave her a lot of heat.
They sure did. And I think she has pivoted to the point where it's like, no, I'm going to turn it around and make it this. I'm not going to use the same terms as Wendy did. And we're going to make it where we're going to focus on the happy part of things. I'm not going to talk about people. If I talk about people, it'll be in a joking manner as if I'm a comedian. So she's leaned a lot into her comedian side. But
and I saw that and I like that, you know, but you know, at the time that social media was turning to podcasts, the podcast world wasn't shaped.
Yeah.
So in order to shape the podcast world, you had to cut your own piece of pie, whether it was lemon meringue, pecan pie, peach cobbler, you know, what's the other one? Pumpkin pie. Whatever whatever you were eating, and then you attached yourself to that, Val. And then, as you just said, I'm biased. And then you had those people that watch your show became biased to your show because they were in that same lane. And then someone else may watch that show like, man, this is lame. And then they go to a different show, they take a look at it. You know, I try to stay in the middle of the road. I just want to see who got what going. I watch Sherry Shepherd. I love what she's doing. But I'm gonna tell you, what's the show? I can't think of it.
Is it? Okay.
They bring their guests backstage, and the whole entire cast create a Soul Train line. Usher then came through. Oh. Sheila E. came through.
Oh, that's Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jennifer Hudson got it going on, right? And plus, she's Chi-Town. Come on, I gotta give it up.
Exactly. I think that when they started having the stars come down the aisle just before they go online, before they go live, I think that's revitalized the show. That's revitalized the show.
That is like one of the greatest ideas, because it's like, okay, Val, you and Tony Tone gonna get on, and y'all gonna either be on Interludes or y'all gonna be on Pull Up Podcast Show. We're gonna drop this beat. It's the Pull Up Podcast. Y'all gonna walk down the show, down the line, do your dance, act a fool. We're gonna come on the show. Man, Sheila E. was beating the drums. Usher had on skates. He was back in the ATL for real, for real. I mean, that is just phenomenal. I love it. Jennifer, just keep doing your thing. And then she jumps on, because, you know, one of my favorite tracks by Jennifer Hudson is It's My World. I love that.
Oh, yeah. And I think
that's a house track.
Oh yeah, that is a house track. Oh my gosh, that is definitely a house track. What is the guy's name? Aaron Pierre, I think that's his name. Yeah, so I think his walk down the hallway, I think, was the most famous. I think it went literally, I want to call it it went viral. In fact, let me see. I think I have it here.
Put that on. Put that on. Let me see that wall.
Yeah, let me see if I can grab it real quick. Okay, let me share it, because this is the one that went very, very viral.
Like my kids, they walk it out. They'll walk it out. Oh yeah. Got that capital. Oh yeah. Oh, that's got the he got the yeah. Hey, I need to check Val and see if he got some Noop in him, because it looked like he was busting a couple of my moves. Because, you know, I get that, you know, ooh, you know, Hey.
Well, they're the co-workers, the staff. They're the ones that are in the back, and they come up with whatever that.
And they are good, Val, because they do acapella. Some of them beatbox, and I heard a couple of times they beatbox. Somebody even tried to play the Sheila E. drums back there. I'm like, what? And Sheila E. just figured like she on the drums. I mean, it's great, and they are on the word for word. I mean, just, you know, this the type of stuff that I wish my homeboy, I love him to death. Sorry he got caught up. And then none other than R. Kelly. This is the type of stuff that I wish that he would be privy to, and like come out with Jennifer Hudson, Chicago native, and he's coming out, thinking of Val coming out the back room, walking out into Step in the Name of Love. Oh my God.
They actually did a record together, but we ain't gonna get into that. We're gonna keep it moving.
But I'm just saying. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
it makes me
Nah.
sad. You don't even mention him no more. This makes me sad. Anyway,
Hey, bring it on back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back.
okay. Entertainer of the Year. So these are the folks that are nominated for Entertainer of the Year. Who do you
Oh my.
think will win that particular honor? Now you got
Kendrick Lamar.
Get to,
I'm just gonna tell you, I love
nobody
everybody.
else.
Kendrick Lamar. Period.
Not even Kevin Hart. Not even Keke
Kendrick
Palmer.
Lamar. I love
Not even
Kiki.
Shay.
Hey, look, I love Shay, my homeboy. We throw some passes, kick out a couple of cigars, and sip on some of his cognac. Love it. I love Kiki and everybody. Great. Wicked was great, but Kendrick Lamar, he got that controversy. People want controversy, Val. They don't give a damn about all that other stuff. Kendrick Lamar is controversy. If this boy has made the White House contact the NFL owners, who then contacted the league to say that moving forward, before we decide on who will be the halftime performing artist, you would need to get an approval from the owner. Come on, Val. That lets you know right there.
Yeah, because if anyone else, if they didn't, if part of the audience, including the viewing public, did not understand Kendrick's message, a lot of other folks did.
You should have been watching last week Interludes Talk on Tuesday, or your boy Coach Tony in the Pull Up Podcast show last night. We broke it down. Let it be broke.
So just based on that, you feel like the NAACP Awards is going to go ahead and say that it'll be Kendrick Lamar, Entertainer of the Year.
I just think that, Val, we're in a political environment, right? Okay. And within this political environment, it has not moved 50-50. It's either 100 or 0, right?
Right.
There's no balance of the scale. That is bam. Everything that comes out of 47 in the white WHIT house, it is one up, one down. There's nothing in the middle. There's no 0.5. So to get this young brother, who is a replica of what you and I had an opportunity to see in Chuck D and Flavor Flav and Public Enemy during the time that Bush was in office, you are seeing it. And he can give a hoot what anyone else says because they're afraid of the truth. So he just brought the truth front and center worldwide. And what they say, you can't handle the truth. And Denzel told y'all that in a damn movie.
So there we go with that. Now, one of the big things that is happening with the NAACP coming up this weekend is the honor, the Hall of Fame honor they're going to bestow upon the Wayans family.
I love them. In living color.
I know.
Paula Abdul got her career launched from In Living Color. Did you know that?
No, that's not quite 100% true, because she started
she was
choreographing. She started choreographing and dancing before In Living Color.
Correct. But didn't nobody know who the hell she was. When she got on In Living Color, her career went like that. Blam.
Well, that was Jennifer Lopez.
No,
and I think and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That wasn't Paula Abdul. That was Rosie Perez, who was the main
Perez on there, but Paula Abdul was on there. Go back and do that. Paula Abdul ended up being a Los Angeles Lakers cheerleader after being able to be on In Living Color. She launched her career that side, and Paula Abdul came out, ended up being a Lakers cheerleader, and then she came out with Straight Up Now Tell Me, first single that made her career just bounce.
Okay. Now typing
Rosie
this
Perez
up.
is on her thing too. Yeah, pull that up.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. And when did Paula Abdul come out?
She 88, 89.
She was, and they do not have her listed as the choreographer on In Living Color.
Not choreographer. She was just a dancer. She wasn't. She
Yeah.
didn't choir.
Her
Yeah, she was
album,
just a dancer.
her album came out, Forever Your Girl came out in June of '88, and she was
Mm-hmm.
all Living Color came out in '90. Yeah, so I'm looking to see if she was on in Living Color, and I'm not seeing her on in Living Color. I think she came on as a guest, but I don't think she was. I think it was Rosie Perez.
Okay,
It's
I think
okay.
she was a. Yeah, I think she was a back
Yeah,
down there. I'ma hold
yeah.
my peace. I don't care what they said. What you said.
Oh my gosh. And we talked about this a little bit earlier, the best, we call this the best movies that are nominated for the NAACP Awards.
What you got?
And of course, I think, yeah, we talked about Abbott Elementary, we talked about Cross, we talked about Piano Lesson. This was a little bit before you got here. But what I want to do is go back to the Wayans and talk about some of the stuff that they have
Papa's
done.
house.
Yeah, Papa's
Oh,
House
you
is
got you
currently
got
streaming.
you got the classic right there. White chicks.
Yeah, White Chicks, of course. But the main thing and this was a NBC show that was only on for 2 seasons. Marlon, this was Marlon Wayans, and he did his show with that, which I really loved. But then, of course, we go back in time to Don't Be a Menace.
Don't be a menace to society without drinking the juice in the hood. You got to put the whole label. Come on, Val. Don't you can't
And
say
one of
don't
my
be a minute because
favorites,
that was a playoff of the old movie OG Henny Loke.
exactly. And then one of my favorites was Mo Money. I
Oh,
love the
more money,
soundtrack to
more
this
money,
movie.
more money, more money, more. Oh man.
So I know that
Yo,
was a funny one too. And of course, with Papa's House, Damon is on with his son, Damon Wayans Jr. Did you know that he had him working on My Wife and Kids when he had that series back in 01, 02?
I,
I
I
did
know
not
that,
know that.
but I got a question for you.
What you got?
Stick with Papa's house.
Hmm.
Give me your good and bads.
Good and bad about the show?
Yep.
Okay, so I've watched the first couple of episodes of the show, and it took me a minute to laugh because I guess, and this is me realizing that they're not doing things where I want to say, like with Martin, you had people that were physical actors and they would do things to that physical comedy to make you laugh.
And it was
Things a little
funny.
bit more cerebral with Papa's House. And keep in mind, Damon is a little bit older than he was back, before he did A Living Color. So I was looking at this going, and what I've read has been, and I'm talking about with critics, they're like, the writing is not quite there yet, but because you have this father son teaming up doing this show, people are really willing to give it a chance. Now, here's the thing: I don't think the show has been renewed for a second season, but I
Oh,
think they're trying to pump it up as much as possible. I see Paramount releasing episodes on YouTube. It's them releasing it, so they want you to watch it. But I think the writing has to just have a little bit more of a kick. It needs something like pizzazz with the laughter. I don't know, and it doesn't have to be physical comedy. I don't want anyone acting like a buffoon. I just need something that I'm thinking through their episodes. I'm not laughing. It's a comedy.
right. Well,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go way on the other side of the planet while you sitting at Mars. I'm gonna go way down around Venus, Neptune. I'm deep in the solar system. I think Damon is Damon. You know what I mean? He's on point,
Hmm.
but he's trying to get his son up to where he's at. And he's still young in his career. So it kind of
Okay.
throws the show off to me because you'll see some one line zingers, some funny stuff. You'll see Damon laugh, and his son's kind of slow to laugh. You'll see he do some things. His son does or don't pick it up. You'll see Damon act a fool. I can tell he's
Hmm.
coming off script, ad libbing, and then it's kind of brought back. So I think, like you said, I think the writers, sometime on these shows, Val, we get the PWI writers, right? That's not in our
Mhm.
world. They're not sitting in the hood every day. They're not sitting at home every day with these guys having a beer, smoking weed, sitting around clowning, tripping, knowing how we do stuff, how we talk, what we say. And
Mhm.
when you get a veteran like Damon, who's now got
Mhm.
to speak those words, say those words, and then kind of ha 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 ha, it comes across to me, it's kind of fake. And I
Yeah.
think that's why the show is not getting. And then you and I talked about this the other day. Perfect
Mhm.
example. Said the Entertainer came out with The Neighborhood. Oh, it is funny as hell.
Mhm.
It reminds me, and this is me personally, it's the 2024-25 spin on the Jeffersons. Archie Bunker and George Jefferson. You got Sid and his neighbor, but instead of
Mhm.
being in New York, they in Cali. And instead of being
There
in
you
a
go.
big building, they got in a house. Instead of being in a cleaner and a guy that's, and I always wondered about that too, Val. How the hell did Archie Bunker live in the house, but George Jefferson was in the building, in the apartment next door? Amazes me. But it worked. And I think
Mhm.
that's where, when I see Papa's house, I don't see anything outside the house. Everything is going on in the house, Uh,
Mhm.
whereas when said in the neighborhood, he got the neighbor, he got him, he got Malcolm, his son. They done moved. They did different things. They even did a political scene. They did a singer. They did some, different things on that show based on what's going on in the climate of the country. And it's hard for Papa's House to do it because the show is based on them too. And so unless you're
Mhm.
into the Waynans, the show is not hidden.
Yeah, and I think when I look, they said Papa's House on CBS has had some low ratings, including a point 0.3 rating for its mid-season premiere. And they
My
said
granddaughter
that
turned on her YouTube.
it,
She was like, Papa,
yeah,
put on YouTube.
yeah. So I think,
Let me ask you a question, Val.
but go ahead. What you got?
Do you think in situations like this, sometimes the comedian takes over? Do you think that it's a situation where the writer is trying to write for them? It's just not Damon. It's just like he's like still stuck in the 90s. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I don't.
now you're trying to write for 25 years later and
Mhm.
connect. That's hard. Because these kids, they don't laugh like you and I used to laugh. When you and I used
Mm.
to wild out because everything that we did was at the house, right? Saturday Night Live, the old MTV raps, 106 in Park. Everything we did was in the house. So we got
Mhm.
used to that. These kids, everything they do is social media. So if you don't get a hee hee ha ha tonight, you may not get them.
Okay. So I just did a little research. They said that they're not going to be doing new episodes, but they are coming back for a second season.
Okay.
But right now, I think they're working like they're reworking some things from what has happened, and then also let's see, they said why Papa's House won't be airing new episodes until now.
Why?
And then yeah, because I think what they're doing, they're saying that, oh yeah, so they came back January 27th of this year, but the ratings are still a little shaky. So I feel like they
From you, what do
are
you think they could do to make it better?
uh, let's see. I think okay, so Damon's character is divorced, and they brought Wendy Raquel Robinson, who used to
Well,
be on
yep.
Steve Harvey and The Game, and so she's playing his ex-wife. I remember watching their scene, thinking it felt awkward, but maybe it's supposed to feel awkward because they're battling exes. But I like battling exes to be funny, but that wasn't. It felt weird. That scene felt weird, and then also his son is married, But then, of course, I love the Essence Atkins character as she works with Damon's character. He's a DJ that's getting phased out and being brought into the 21st century, with him being having a sparring partner on air with Essence Atkins character. And so I'm thinking maybe something needs to be bumped up with that, and then I don't know, because Damon's son has been on other sitcoms and has done very well, but I don't know what
Right.
what I don't know what's up. Maybe he's afraid to mess up in front of his dad. I don't know. It's
You know
hard
what
to
I
call.
think?
Hmm.
To correct this, Val, they need to have a family reunion.
Okay,
Because you
need
know
to bring
why?
on other people. Why?
Bam! It'll bring his brother on, his sister on. They can act a fool. And then people can
Hmm.
see how Keenan started this entire thing. Because if it
Hmm.
wasn't for Keenan, there's no Wayners. You and I know that.
Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it'll bring Uncle Keenan, his sister Tosh, everybody will get a chance to come out the woodworks, all the brothers and sisters. At a family reunion, it will be a wild out show. Let the mics go. Don't try to write no material. Just let them go. Put some food out,
Yeah.
act like and let them go as a family. And they have this family reunion, and the son is trying to get the wife to understand who his family. He's embarrassed to introduce his family to his wife's family because he know his family is a bunch of fools. And then just let the buffoonery go. And I'm telling you,
Exactly.
if they do that, the show's off the hook. That one show brings in the ratings, changes the things on what they're doing.
Yeah, because I think, and these are the other films that the Wayans are known for, or television shows. The Wayans brothers, I really enjoyed that back in the 90s when it was Marlon and Sean Wayans. A scary movie.
Hey, no, yeah,
A
bam,
lot
bam,
of,
bam, 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 bam. Got to coordinate, Val. Got to coordinate.
and then of course, I'm gonna get you, sucker. That
I'm
was
gonna
I
get you.
was
If you don't, if you on this podcast tonight and you may be young, I'm gonna high five you. But if your ass has never seen, I'm gonna get you, sucker. I'm telling you
Mhm.
right now to go
Mhm.
Google, go to your Netflix, go to Hulu, go to Prime, and you may have to look at all three to find it because it may not be on, on there. It's not an easy movie to find. But if you have not seen, I'm gonna get you, sucker. And you got Black Isaac Hayes. You got all the real power people that's in the world that's on Black. And by the way, happy Black History to everybody. If you ain't
Happy Black
seen,
History.
man, I'm gonna get you, sucker is a set off. And it's not only wow, but it's a black comedy satire with real, real, real thoughts.
I wanted to make sure that I got this information about this. So, with between all of the films and televisions that the Wayans have done, they said they've grossed anywhere from 736 million in box office and 1 billion in the global box office. And this is dealing with the films that have come out, the scary movies, uh, Don't Be a Menace, uh, Mo Money, all of these other shows that are movies that
Don't
have
forget
come
about
out.
what's that
Mhm.
crazy movie that everybody had to kill each other in 24 hours?
Oh, it was some type of, I forgot the name of that one. I know which
Oh
one
my
you're talking
God.
about.
They
Yeah.
had 24 hours to go kill anybody they want. And then they made a spin-off, a comedy. Marlon did. And Darren Epps. And I mean Mike Epps. Mike Epps and Martin, they was wild. Oh my God, that was funny.
They did
And
Little
then they did a
Man,
spin-off of Scream,
and they did a spinoff of 50 Shades of
50
Black.
Shades. Little Man was off the charts too. Little Man was wild.
Uh-huh. That was really, that was, and Major Pain. That was Damon Wayans. Totally forgot about that one. The Great White Hype. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Senseless. Mo Money. Blankman. I totally forgot about Blankman. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, that one was funny.
And of course, My Wife and Kids. This was on for about 6 or 7 seasons with Tisha Campbell. I
It was
really
a
like
comeback
this
with Tisha
series.
too because she just came
Mm-hmm.
out of Martin playing Gina. We know
Mm-hmm.
what happened with her husband and all that crap that went on and why she left Martin. So that was a good
Mm-hmm.
bounce back with her and Damon Wayne. That was a perfect bounce
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. So they are going to be celebrated for the NAACP Awards, which is really cool. So we are going to be looking forward to that. And like I said, I think it's a fun time to celebrate that. And of course, the NAACP Image Awards is airing on BET on this Saturday. You guys should go ahead and check it out. And let me wrap it up with the we talked about halftime performances, but I wanted to just wrap it up with the NBA All Star halftime show.
Right.
Um, Coach, you had DJ Cassidy coming on and doing a Bay Area version of Pass the Mic in person
Right.
live. So what did you think about that concept?
Um, it was tough. um, I like that, but DJ Cassidy has made his money and has
Mm-hmm.
made the Past Mike series such a big hit virtually, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing the Zoom
Mm-hmm.
calls or whatever, and then going back and editing everything out so that his scratches, his cut, his drops are all on the beat, and the film is great. To do it live, I thought it was a great effort. Oh my God, I thought it was a great effort. But there was some slip ups in there, and
Yeah.
then you got to look at the artists that he chose. And my girls in Vogue, they came back. Oh my goodness, I think I want to call a couple of them. But anyway,
It was good seeing Maxine Jones back. Now, keep in mind, they've been walking, it's 4 members, but
yep.
Dawn Robinson, she left and she's never come back. I don't know what happened. I don't know how they
No, we
fell
need we
out. I
need to
don't know
catch
what
up. We need to catch up with Dawn. That's the show we need, man. That's the kind of girl.
happened. We
What
didn't
the
catch
hell
up with
happened with
Dawn.
y'all? Yeah, we need to catch up with Dawn.
So Maxine came back, and when I saw her walking out with the girls, I said, "Oh, I see 4." Because Chandra Bennett has been she replaced Dawn years ago, and a lot of people don't remember Miss Bennett from the last season of Here I Come, the Jimmy
Come,
Fox
yes,
show.
yes.
Yeah, so
And speaking of
she's an
that,
actress on there. Uh-huh.
speaking of that, and
Uh-huh.
I've given this to several people. Did you know? And I'm gonna give you the answer so you ain't got to guess it because we're at the end. But
Mm-hmm.
did you know that the Jamie Foxx California hotel,
Mm-hmm.
right, was the
Uh-huh.
same building on the Martin show that they played in?
I did not know that.
See, that's
That makes sense
FYI for you.
though.
That lets you know how Coach T. I told y'all, listen to Pull Up Podcast or Interlude. I'm gonna give it to you like it's uncut. So when you watch the Jamie Foxx show and you watch them do a cutaway, the
Mm-hmm.
hotel, right, with his auntie and all in the own hotel with Morris Garrison and all of them, that was the
Mm-hmm.
same hotel that Martin lived in the apartment complex on the Martin show. The exact hotel.
Okay. Wow. I did not know that. That
You gotta be paying
I,
attention in class.
I didn't know that. But back to In Vogue on the All Star game. I didn't know any of them were from the Oakland area. I thought it was the
Yeah.
producers. I thought it was producers
No.
that time. Okay, got it.
Involved them all Cali. Yeah, I knew that back in the day. Matter of fact, when Seattle Supersonics with GP
Mm-hmm.
and the Rain Man used to be balling, In Vogue used to do like their shows sometime in Cali. I'm like, why the hell they are here? Now I had to go back and look at it. So they grew up.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get our girl Shelly Rossi. Shelly, where you at? I'll be calling you. But she out there with them and E40 and Too Short. Man, that whole crew right there was deep at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like they went ahead and
Bust a
decided
move.
we want people that's from the Bay Area that's going to perform, and I think I think Raphael Sadiq performed at the beginning
Right.
of the All Star, and he's from
Correct.
the Bay as well. You know,
Which goes back
Tony.
to what we talked about on the pull up with Steph Curry
Mm-hmm.
winning the MVP. They weren't going to get it to nobody else. Steph Curry was here. He's from the Bay, and everything him and Aisha has done in the community. Yeah, man, come on, man. That was a gimme. That was a gimme.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so I feel like that. So like I said, it was really good to see um the four of them there. It was good to see that Maxine had made a lot of news of Maxine Jones coming back. And of
Yep.
course they performed their big hit Free Your Mind.
Free your
And
mind, and
kind of
the rest will follow.
na, 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 na.
Nah, 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 nah. I wish they would. My girl wasn't on when they could sing "Hold On to Your Love." Man, that's the
I thought
cut.
they were gonna do that song, but they didn't.
No,
They
because
didn't
Dawn
do
ain't
that.
there. You can't do that because now you got to pay her. Shit, you don't show
Well,
me, Val. I ain't paying you nothing. Val,
well,
they what?
well, congratulations. I'm grateful that they got a chance to show up. And like I said, it was good to see all the folks that were there for the halftime situation. And like I said, I was hyped. I was hyped. And it was a shorter time. It was only about 6 or 7 minutes, if that long.
Right.
But it was good to go ahead and see that. But my goodness,
What in your opinion, what could have made that better, Val? Even though it was a 6 or 7, what could have made that better?
Seeing Tony Tone there.
You on the right track. I think that
Okay.
within in Vogue being the catalyst, right? That was they were the piece, that was the person they wanted. I think you come out with an E40, who was the latest artist. You come out with a Tony Tone. I'm sorry, with a Too Short, and get the hype crowd. So you go from E40 to boom, 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 boom. What's my favorite word? Gonna do it like so it. Did you do that? Then you drop to a Tony, just to mellow them out, because then you fade that Tony into the In Vogue song and bring them out on stage and let them do it. And I think the crowd would have been more receptive. And I think it would have really hit home for the Cali culture or the Oaktown culture. And
Okay.
I think it been go, they didn't call me, but I'm just saying.
Oh, like I said, like I said, that was a fun 6 to 7 minutes. And like I said, for the folks that were hyped for seeing their boy Too Short, for seeing their boy E40, and they did two of their big hits, Blow the Whistle, a few other. I was
whistle.
like, all right, I would have been losing my mind like that.
Blow the whistle.
Yeah, there you go. And they had the women dancers in referee outfits with whistles.
Hey,
on
let
them.
me tell you something.
Like, okay,
I
cool.
don't give a damn if Too Short is 71. You put that on, and when he turns 71, they still gonna bounce. That's like Master P. Make him say, nah, nah. Or Juvenile, girl, you look good, just to bag that up. Come on, man.
Yeah,
There's certain records that are just club anthems. And I don't give a damn what you play. You put these records on in the club, they are going to get out of their seat, and the kids are gonna be like, Mama, I didn't know you used to do that. Boy, shut up right now. And she on there bouncing, showing her the old school twerk. She can't twerk like the new girl, so she got one leg down and she barely moving, Val, like she on, on something that's the Cialis. And she getting in, and then the young girl come over to the girl, move out the way, and she bounced like she on a coffee table. And the mama like, I used to move like that back in the day. You ain't doing nothing.
That's how you got here. Anyway.
Yeah, right. That's how you got up in here. Worry about it over there. Where your mama at?
We're going to continue our celebration of Black History Month. We'll be wrapping up
Black
our
History, 365 days a year, in my opinion.
What happened?
It's the Black History Day of 365 days a year, in Tony Tone's opinion.
Of course. But we'll be wrapping up our fun time with Black History Month next week on Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. And of course, we want to.
I got a story for you next week too.
Of course. And we we have a DJ Saved My Life. Go to scan the QR code. It is the personal memoir and the ABCs of starting your own podcast. PureLighthouseMedia.com. That's the new website. I have to actually do a whole breakdown of the new website.
And get the merch.
Get the merch.
Come on, Val. Tell them you got to get the merch, girl. Come on now.
Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, I broke my merch. I broke my mug yesterday. I broke my black mug.
You know the good thing about that? You know the good thing about that?
What's that?
You can order another one.
But I'm so sad that I broke my mug. Connect, share, and grow is Key Spot. Of course, a download today on your app. If you want to be found, sign up with keyspot.app.com/free. And of course, the business partners. Our meeting is coming up this Thursday, February 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Join us. And of course, patreon.com/interludes. You guys join us on Interludes Extra Presents Find Your Voice and join our Patreon community today. We got some members there, but we definitely would welcome you to learn what we do behind the scenes with Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays and also the Pull Up Podcast Show. What another great episode,
man!
Today.
All I'm doing, I'm a challenge. I'm gonna challenge my Divine Nine and my brothers of the illustrious Kappa Alpha Psi Indiana University, 1911, January 5th. That's how we do things. We got that crimson and that cream. And we challenge the Divine Nine. Get behind this show. Push us. Subscribe. Show us. Send it out to the other source. Send it out to the other frat. Send it out to the scrollers. Send it out to the guys online. Push this show. We're doing some big things. We got double back-to-back Monday nights on the Pull Up Podcast Show. So if you're talking sports, you want to know a little bit about that quarter by quarter of information, tune in with me, and then come back on Tuesday nights where we get you this entertainment side of the house. So it ain't nothing that we don't cover. Oh, by the way, and if they want to get political, me and Val get political too. We from the shop. We'll do that.
I don't get too political, but I will keep up in what you're talking about. I'll definitely do
Tony
that.
do. I'm gonna get all up in there. I'm like, hey, we're gonna discuss it. Hey, what does that Val? We're gonna discuss it. We're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna let it be free.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to see you guys on next week with Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesday. Pull Up Podcast is on a break, but we will be back. They'll be back in March. On behalf of myself and Coach Tony, you know what we say?
Hey, peace, and I'm out.